the taper rate. That is, of course, the taper rate for universal credit. There's been quite a lot of speculation, Nick, that they are going to lower that rate as a way of trying to compensate the 6 million or so people who have lost out as a result of the £20 a week uplift to universal credit being reversed. Robert Jenrick, the former housing secretary, only added to that speculation this morning when he told you it was an attractive idea.
Well, I think that's one option that's available to the Chancellor. I don't have any inside information. It seems to me to be a very sensible step, because universal credit is designed to make work pay. So if somebody takes on some extra hours, they get to keep as much of that as possible. At the moment, you see tax rates that mean that taper rates that mean that you lose as much as 60%, and that doesn't seem sensible. So I think that's an attractive option to the Chancellor, which targets money at the people who need it the most and helps to incentivise work, which must be at the core of what we as Conservatives believe.
Now the press pack here in Downing Street has shifted across from number 10 to number 11, and that's where we're expecting the Chancellor and his ministerial team inside the Treasury to emerge in the next next 45 minutes or so with the famous red box ahead of going over to the Commons to announce the budget.
The official reporting that's going to be part of the decision about treatments elsewhere in the world, and South African cricket player could be banned and sent back from the cricket tournament. Tina's in Archery. Tina, what should he have done? Good morning.
Hello. I strongly disagree with his stance. It isn't disrespect, it shows immorality, and he represents
Why is it immoral?
Well, can you imagine somebody like him having something that's Holocaust Memorial Day? That would create
hang on, let's just keep this in. Okay. If it wasn't Holocaust.
Right, in comparison.
So, hold on, sorry, the black players in England who don't take the knee and rather just stand still and bow their head, are they immoral?
Well, yes.
They are.
Yes, it doesn't matter what color you are. If you are not on the side of people who suffer, and I'm in the European by race, I'm from the Caucasus, but I really go angry when somebody says, like a Japanese, ask forgiveness from probably down from Koreans and the Chinese. They are people of the same race. I just think that it is immoral.
Okay. I think immoral might be stretching it a little bit, but Tina's strong views, thank you. We'll return to this conversation, and we'll also be talking about the soldier, the funeral of the soldier, of course, after the troubles, and his family's request for service. Being denied. 9:45, LBC News headlines.
Labour has urged the Chancellor Rishi Sunak to use today's budget to take the pressure off working people. The NHS Test and Trace programme has been accused by MPs of failing in its objectives despite funding of £37 billion. Insulate Britain has caused more disruption, blocking traffic at 2 sites in London and Kent this morning. LBC weather, heavy rain for some northern areas, mostly dry elsewhere, a high of 18 degrees.
LBC Travel, I'm Joanne Webb. So 2 demonstrations are still taking place. Firstly in Kent, in Dartford, the A206 is closed westbound. That's the road that goes over the M25, and as a result of delays back clockwise over the Q2 bridge on the M25. And also in London, the main carriageway of the A40 is closed westbound at Acton. Also on the A40 in London westbound, there are delays from Hillingdon to the Denham roundabout. That's because of an accident where only one lane is open. And in Derbyshire, traffic still being held on the M1 southbound at junction 28 at Alfreton, and that's where a lorry is on fire.
Coming up at 10 on LBC, James
They lack the requisite conviviality and fraternal spirit to understand, but how can you spend 37 billion quid on something that isn't very good? Thousands of miles away and close to the
a hump day. Good morning, Mark David.
Morning, Jamie and Amanda.
Morning, Mark. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent. What are you up to this morning?
Well, I've just been paid for some deal and I've just told up that my phone rang. I'm actually working this morning, but I was.
Okay. Well, earlier we played the double drop song. Can you tell me who the artist was, Mark?
It was Amy Winehouse.
And that means, Mark, you've just won yourself £9,000.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Which you could keep, or you can take on the double or drop question and then double that £9,000 for a whopping £18,000.
Right.
Simply by answering the question, you could be winning 18 grand this morning. It's a big decision to make.
Take it.
Have you heard some of the questions? Have you been playing over the last few weeks?
So, kind of 50-50, I suppose.
I'm not sure it's as straightforward as 50-50.
Well, as far as knowing the answers on
That goes on to the M1 now. Take me off. Take me a different way, Andrew. Don't mind. Wait for that fucking traffic. Supposed to go up there though. I'm supposed to go up there.
How can you go up there?
No, I was supposed to go up there.
No, shit, how can you go up there? There's a road you can go up.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. How's the spend doing going into that bank account today?
Thanks so much, both. I mean so much right now. Thank you.
Alright, so I don't know what he's doing now, right?
Thank you.
Eh?
What are you doing now?
Take it good.
£9,000.
Very bad station that.
Yeah, we see back across the street, get out there.
You everywhere.
Tomorrow on the show, as we get up towards Halloween, we're talking about haunted household appliances. Do you think something in your house has actually got a life of its own? Let me know if so. Get to the website.
is calling for the Chancellor to take immediate action to deal with what they're calling the cost of living crisis. Ahead of Richie Sunak's budget this lunchtime, the party says families and businesses are facing a tough winter because of rising bills and inflation. Much of the tax and spending plans have been briefed in advance. The public sector pay freeze will end. Millions of nurses and teachers and members of the armed forces are set to benefit. David Gray, Associate Economics Professor at the University of Lincoln, welcomes that decision.
Paying the NHS, particularly those that work at the sharp end, their contribution over recent years really must be recognised. It's a highly stressful job. There should be great attention paid to some government policies, but they have a knock-on effect on the staff in the
Doncaster's good for
NHS.
his rugby, innit?
And the NHS is set to receive
Rugby.
£5.9
Likes his
billion
rugby,
to address
Doncaster.
issues like waiting lists. Dr. Stephanie Aitken is the operations manager at the Royal College of Nursing for the Humber region.
We need to ensure that there is the right nursing workforce in place
Bus lanes
to
here have all got
ensure
cameras.
we can deliver safe care for our patients
I get them
instead of
65
setting their
p.m.
needs.
extra on it.
The chief executive of the UK Health Security Agency has defended Test and Trace following a
65p an hour,
report from a group of rapid transmission,
up, do you know what I mean? But it's not
allowing
going to be
people to
millions.
return to normality. They say that's despite being given an eye-watering amount of money. Wickham reveals sewage was pumped into northern Lincolnshire's rivers nearly 1,000 times last year. During heavy rain, it's often discharged into waterways rather than backing up into homes. It's supposed to only happen in exceptional circumstances, but figures from the Environment Agency show it happened 400,000 times in England last year alone. The Great Grimsby Ice Factory Trust is a step closer to its completion to be restored as a traditional smokehouse. Now they're looking for someone to get on board with the final design. Its landmark chimneys will be preserved. Contractors are expected to be on site by the beginning of 2022.
Weather.
With the Mirage Valley Entertainment Centre, Mablethorpe. Rain or shine, visit the arcade, licensed cafe and bar, open every day.
It should stay dry today, rather breezy with
St.
some
George's
cloud and
Bridge.
the odd brighter spell. That's a high of 17 Celsius. That's the latest. I'm Andy Marsh.
It's Doncaster.
Every day.
Links FM.
Good morning. Today is a cash register rollover. It means even more cash for you to win. If you haven't entered before, what are you waiting for? Just one entry could change your life forever. It's coming up to Halloween, so today a spine-tingling £66,666. That's £66,666. Get in the draw right now by texting play to 61054. That's play to 61054. Text £2 plus your standard message rate, over 18s only. If you've entered since Edward won on Monday, you're still in the draw. There's full terms and online entry for this Hits Radio Network's competition on our website. Enter before lines close at 3 p.m. Answer our call within 5 rings and tell Greg Burns today's cash register amount
Doncaster City Centre, mate.
£66 could be yours. Text play to 61054.
That'll be an M-Fox in there everywhere.
All that cash. Could be the best day
Alright,
for
man,
the
now.
rest of your life. You'll never
It's a
forget
super
today.
still one as well, like the other ones.